I hope you've enjoyed Mr. Universo. Give them a lot of love. The makers, they are here. They both are directors, Frimmel and Tizza Covi, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, I would like to say it's possible to join the conversation. It's really easy. You've got your phones. You know, you have to use the telephone number that's on the left bottom of the screen. And you can send messages, of course, via Twitter and Facebook. Welcome, good to have you here. Let's start right away with the question we had already on WhatsApp. It's on the screen, if I'm correct. Kaat from Rotterdam, 8 minutes ago. Did anybody get injured while filming with these wild animals? Good question.
Well, I would say this is everyday life for circus people. Naturally, it's a dangerous life because animals are not predictable as human beings are not predictable. So I think this is also a reason because they are very, very superstitious.
Yeah, but is it a question? Is this the answer to my question? Did anyone get injured?
No.
Well, let's say there were some accidents in other circus we heard about because it's a very dangerous job.
Yeah, but the lions were like shaky, to say the least.
But it was okay. So with the lions didn't happen anything. But what happened before? One day before we wanted to shoot the movie, Tizza.
I got injured.
Yes,
you got injured?
Yes,
oh my God.
I broke my leg.
What happened?
Achilles tendon.
Sorry?
The Achilles tendon, you know this here?
Yes, it's like breaking the leg, but
okay.
I was like on set with the...
Okay, but you're okay now.
So this happened.
Yeah, we wheeled you in
yes.
today.
Yes.
But that question is relevant because when I was watching the film, I was wondering all the time what is real and what isn't, because we have to say it's not a documentary.
Yeah, it's not a documentary.
It's not a documentary.
But
did you think that, guys? Ooh, yeah, you know, it's all.
But we don't distinguish so between documentary and fiction. So we see also in fiction movies that we like, we see the documentary aspects, and on the other side, you can say all documentaries are fiction.
Yeah.
So we don't have this.
You do this on purpose.
Yeah. This is our method. Yeah.
So it's fiction. There was a script. There were lines also for Tyro, but Tyro is a real circus artist.
But you have to imagine something. I have to say, the script is like a little novel of 40 pages, and the dialogues are not written. So this is how we get the film more realistic without writing the dialogue. So we would say to the actors, like 10 minutes before we start shooting, what they have to say, but how they say it, and they say it with their language. So this makes it more real, I think.
There's a question about how much was fiction, how much was documentary. Also on WhatsApp now.
Now everyone plays himself. So everyone is himself. So all brother, mother, sisters of Tyro, they are real. And the work they do is real. The story of Arthur Robin is real. Yeah. The fiction is, Tyro never had an iron.
Okay, that's the only. That's a storyline you've added.
We had the iron because we met Arthur Robin.
It.
18 years ago in a circus show, and he was bending one of his last irons on the show, and he was going to our direction and gave us the iron. So we have this iron, and this was the start of the story.
Okay, that's the storyline you've added, and the rest of the circumstances and the setting was actually all natural. Exactly. It was there. It was his circus.
Exactly.
His family
but
and
as we shoot, maybe this is important, as we shoot chronologically, people get very much into, the protagonists get very much into the story. So in the beginning, Tyro said, oh, I don't care so much to meet Arthur Robin, when we told him the story. And while shooting chronologically, he got always more anxious to meet him, to finally meet him, and he was really astonished afterwards to meet him. So this is also for a protagonist, they really get into the story.
Yeah, so the chronological way of filming is important for you.
Absolutely.
Tyro, we have to talk about Tyro, because he's not an actor, that's what you've already explained, but quite a talent, I must say, because it feels natural what he does. How did you pick him? Where did you find him?
It's a long story. We already made one movie with him. It's called La Pivellina, and there he was a child of 13 years. But we know him since he's really small, since he's 3-4 years old. Yeah. And after this movie, La Pivellina, we decided to give him a bigger role because he was, with 13 years, he was already so
funny, very funny,
and always doing, how you say, always the the right thing in the wrong moment.
No, the wrong thing,
wrong thing in the right moment.
Yeah, you
He was
can
doing
see
it-
that.
Yes. Yes.
And you thought this is something special. He has something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really has something special.
He's not here. It's not the surprise show. It's not that I can say that there he is. No,
Yes.
he's in Ukraine. He's not an actor. He's still in the circus, right?
Yes.
But he recorded a message for us. Let's watch Tyro in Ukraine.
Ciao a tutti, sono in Ucraina, a Lvov, Leopoli. Come potete vedere sono in mezzo ai miei leoni, il mio bambino bello. È stata un'esperienza bellissima, mi hanno regalato delle emozioni nuove e spero che Tizza e Rainer, che stanno vedendo questo video, mi richiamano per fare qualche altro film, perché è stata un'esperienza molto bella e spero che vinceremo tutto, i premi li vinciamo noi. Un bacio, ciao a tutti, un bacio anche dal mio Achille. Ciao!
Tyro, ladies and gentlemen. Tizza, you look like, oh no, not
No,
another
he's
movie.
so unpredictable. So this we said, oh, we have to work with him because he's unpredictable. You can never say what he will say in the next moment.
Yeah.
But to work with him, it was really difficult because of this
You
reason.
tell now because he's not here.
No,
Yeah.
I would tell when he's here. He was here, and I told him. He knows exactly
Okay.
what I mean.
So it's difficult.
Exactly,
way.
and what is difficult is when we come to shoot a film, nobody waits and says, what do you need, when can we play for you? But it's, oh, I have to work, I have to make this telephone call, I have to eat, and then we're always there begging, please, do you have half an hour for us? We have to do this scene.
Oh,
So this
wow.
is all, it's not a huge set, we are just both, we're
Just
the
the
whole
two.
team, we're the whole team living
Yeah.
there in a trailer, and
Yeah.
nobody takes us for granted, so it's really difficult, a hard life to do this.
Yeah, but it's in a way important for us that they don't take us too serious. So they don't have big expectations, and so they don't act too much, or so they are real natural. And
So you were living the circus life in a way. How was that?
Well,
It
for
was
us
hard.
it was
It looked
funny.
like heavy.
for us, it was fun
intense.
because we always knew we can go away.
You can
we
leave,
don't- because for circus people, it's really a hard life.
Yeah.
So they are born in this life, and for them, for example, Tyro and Wendy, for example, never could come to any festival because she always had to work. And this is the other side of circus. So it is freedom.
But not
Talking
really
about freedom, that's not the truth. Yes.
Other question. Do you guys have a personal porta fortuna, says Marco on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Do you have an iron or something like that?
Yeah.
We'll
Next
show
question will be, what's your favorite color, I think? No. The questions are going great, by the way. Ah, it's yours. There it is.
So you can try
No. Maybe someone else, but my street credibility, I have to be
No,
aware of
but
that. Other question. Yolanda, what gave you the inspiration for this team? And she's from Amsterdam Rialto. It's another movie cinema house. What gave you the inspiration? Because you already started early with the whole circus theme.
For me, I would say is to share these people with the public. You know, we know them, we love them, we always go to see them, but that's not enough. We wanted to really to share the story of Arthur Robin or Tyro with the public.
But the circus, we started with a photographic project. It's a long time ago. So we made portraits of circus people, and so we got into this world, and so we all knew many people, and then we got somehow lost in this world, and now we made 3 movies more or less in this world. Yes.
But you got lost.
Yes,
you always
sometimes
have the
because
feeling you can leave, but are you doing this again? Or is it
Yeah,
something
maybe
you
we
keep-
always say,
keep
no,
on
this
going?
was our last
No,
movie
it's
about
the last.
circus, and then we do another one.
It's addictive in a
Yes.
way. And what is the addictive element?
Maybe also this that you can move every week to another city. This is something very special. Every week you go to another place. The kids go every week to another school, and that's nice to go around
Yeah, but
Italy. and
I think for me the fascinating thing is this ambiguous, that it's so ambiguous, this life, because from outside it's all this glitter and shiny and seems happiness and great fun, but if you look behind, the scene, then you see how hard this life is. And it's a big metaphor for life, circus. It's like life. It's like society. And also that there are many of these families circus, and they really struggle for life. So they have really hard life. They don't earn anything. And there is just some very big, huge circuses, and they make all the money. And that's also like in life.
Well, in Holland, for instance, lions, I think lions and elephants and the big tropical animals are not allowed anymore. I know for lions for sure. Is that right, guys? Yes.
Yeah, I think in Europe it's
I should know. I work for the news broadcaster.
I know just that in Italy you can still work with lions that were born in circus, but you can't buy a new one. You cannot. So it's also something that will vanish.
But that has a great impact on the circus life, I can imagine. There's also a question about it. Robert says, circus, quite artisan, but isn't it about to become extinct?
I think
Do you think it will continue or not?
I can see the power of a live act is vanishing, because sometimes we're sitting in circus and there are kids sitting in the first row and Tyro is working with his lions and they are just giving a glimpse and then they're continuing playing. So this, I think the new generation, maybe we have to do something about it, is not anymore, appreciates not anymore the live act so much as we did as kids, because we had nothing. No television.
We had television.
But what could we do about it?
Yes.
But is that also something you feel that we should do something about it? Because, or is it something that
it's something
has been?
I would say, since we know the circus, we say next year there will not be any circus, because we couldn't imagine how they will survive. But they are still surviving, so I think there will always be some circuses. I think maybe here in Netherlands there are also maybe 4, 5, 6 small family circuses. I think they also will manage.
They will adjust.
Maybe they will.
What will be the future then? Because this is very traditional, I can say. I think with the animals and all the acts, we will have a circus act here live on stage, and that's maybe modern circus. But what will it be the future for the circus artists?
Yeah, maybe as you say, the modern. So the shows get more modern. And also in Italy, they try to make very modern shows, and these are very successful also. But so they are very successful. The other ones, they are not very successful.
Because Tyro is a young guy. What is his future going to be like?
We will see. We'll see. But
this
Tyron,
movie star,
it's
maybe.
unpredictable like him. We'll see.
But is there a future for him as a circus artist? Because he's
yes, I
working
think
with lions,
circus,
but that's getting extinct.
But he can do. He's a very good clown also. He loves to do the clown. He said in reality he would prefer to be a clown.
Many questions. Well, a couple of them about the ending. I'll give Tizza at Chipmunk. She's from Tilburg, I think. On Twitter, she says, was there a specific meaning for the ending?
Well, first of all, we wanted to show the number of Wendy, because she's bending like the iron. So this was for us to do the impossible. So this was for us this form, and
we didn't know that.
And we wanted him to come back, but we didn't want to shoot the final scene that they would see each other again, or that she gives him the iron. So it's an open ending, but still an ending.
Yes, and in the movie there are some scenes with movements against the stream.
Counter movements, yes.
Against, so it's the candle, it's the street, and then in the end it's Wendy. So this is some.
But because you have this fiction part and you have the real natural setting, how much were you able to direct? And adjust everything around you, or did you just go for what it looked like? Because it looks very romantic and ideal for a movie. But did you do a lot to make it perfect?
We normally shoot not more than 4 chucks, not more than 4 claps for anything. And the beautiful thing is if unpredictable things happens in dialogues, or, for example, I just give you an example. The candle we prepared 3 candles that Wendy could throw in the stream, and 2 candles went down and 1 candle came back. So you cannot write the candle comes back. You cannot predict it. So this is a surprise, and we like these surprises.
But adjusting the setting, because the caravans looked all amazing, perfect for a video, for a film. Did you decorate it, or did you adjust things? It was just like this.
No, fortunately not, because if we would do it, it wouldn't look like that.
It wouldn't look like it. Yeah, I can imagine. Bas says, "What can you tell us about Robin Arthur?"
Well, he's our modest hero, because for us he's a real hero, because not only for what he did, but also a human, a very human personality. And he got the title in '57, Mr. Universe. Then he went 1 year with the Harlem Globetrotters on tour, and then he imagined a circus number. And circus in the '60s was a very huge show where you could earn a lot of money. So he invented this show, and he invented to bend the iron.
Oh, wow.
And he was a huge star in Italy and a whole Europe.
Yeah, the circus life. He was, but what is very important, in '57 he was the first. So he was the first colored Mr. Universe. And in these times it was not usual that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was.
We have to talk about you guys as well, because you're both director. It's a huge collaboration. I think you do everything together. It's like a marriage, but maybe easier. I don't know. Was it easier than a marriage?
No, let's say shooting is also always very difficult. After 6-7 weeks of shooting, we are really exhausted, because you have to think about everything, and he's doing the camera, I'm doing the sound, and the continuity, and
and we have no assistants, so we shoot on film. So
we shoot on film. It's technically film, very difficult as well. You have to keep everything clean.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
example, and you were in the mud all the time.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah. So technically, I wouldn't say that it's very complicated. I think it's easier even than digital.
Really?
Yeah. It's like photo.
Because you're used to it. It's the fifth film we make together with the camera.
Yeah.
And it's easier for you than the digital, because you could not do it on digital.
Yeah, maybe it's
but we see a little bit of energy going on here between you guys. But how did you grow together as a team? Because it's not the ideal situation, actually. Normally you have one director who's saying how he wants it. Now you have two.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think
who's the boss?
I think if you look in cinema, there are
often
many
two directors. There are, yes.
And I think it's easier for all, for us, because if you're a director, you always have to make a decision, and these decisions are often the wrong decisions. But if you're alone, you don't. You have to make this decision. If you're together, you say no. This you can't do that. And so I think often it's easier.
And you also have to say we don't know how it is to direct alone. We never did it. We never did it because really it helps us a lot to be on together.
You keep on doing this, we hope, because the movie was marvelous. We talked about the future of circus. You know already, but we're going to have a circus act here, especially for you guys abroad, but also for people in Rotterdam. It's a talent from Rotterdam. She's been educated to be a circus artist. She's doing aerial silks, and we're going to prepare the whole setting here, because, you have to stand up, and we have to move everything around a little. Jasmijn Rubing is here, and she's going to do, something I won't dare to try. And if possible, something's coming from the sky, ladies and gentlemen. Jasmijn, are you ready, Jasmijn? Okay, look at your silks. Is it okay for me to sit here, or should I leave? I should leave, right? Because it's risky, I think. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jasmijn.
Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night. I've no no fear that they might desert me. Diamonds are forever. Hold one up and then caress it. Touch it, stroke it and undress it. I can see every part, nothing hides in the heart to hurt me. I don't need love, for what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me, for when love's gone, they'll last on. Diamonds are forever, sparkling round my little finger. Unlike men, the diamonds linger. Men are mere mortals who are not worth going to your grave for. I don't need love, for what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me, for when love's gone, they last on. Diamonds are forever, forever, forever. Diamonds are forever, 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 forever. And ever.
Thank you so much. Jasmijn Rubing, ladies and gentlemen. That was amazing. Well, it's something of the future, maybe. She's at least very positive about her future as a circus artist. I'm going to thank Rainer Frimmel, ladies and gentlemen, and Tizza Covi for being here tonight. And thank you so much for watching abroad. And keep watching. This IFFR live event is going to be the whole weekend. So we have another screening again at 10:30. It's Central European time. So you do the magic or the maths yourself. Well, go to the cinema again. And we have Prevenge then. It's a black comedy. More comedy than black, but it's very heavy and very good. So better join in again at 10:30. Thank you for watching.